Hey YouTube, how's it going? My name is Mina and I'm going to be doing a seed haul video today from Botanical Interests. They had a sale going on a few weeks ago, so I snagged a few seeds because some of the ones that were on sale I was intrigued with. As many of you know, I have a seed addiction. If you guys are fellow gardeners, then you understand, because it's really easy to just click that button that only says $1 and add to your collection, and then before you know it, you end up with hundreds and hundreds of seed packets. But that's okay, because we can share with friends and grow plants for people. Seeds keep for a really, really long time. There are certain seeds that, germination will get fewer and fewer as the years go by. More than likely, you're gonna at least have one seed germinate. I have had issues with germination with older plants such as beans. I don't know if that's just like a me thing. I haven't done much research on it, but yeah, the beans that were a few years old did not germinate. Same with, like, there were some herbs that I had issues with germinating as they got older. Tomato seeds, like, if you store them correctly, they keep indefinitely. And out of 10 seeds, if you get one to germinate, if you baby that plant, you'll have one plant, and then you can save seeds that season and you'll get to start all over. When you order from Botanical Interests, this is what you get. Happy growing. It's packaged really nicely in a box. Some seed companies just send things in bags, like bubble wrap bags or envelopes, and this one comes in a box. I feel like it's better for shipping. They give you a seed starting guide, and they send you a free seed. And this one was a mesclun lettuce mix. Can always use lettuce. Usually whenever you get free seed packets, even if you get them on Etsy and stuff, they're usually lettuce seeds. I guess because, you know, lettuce goes to seed so easily, it's easy to come by. So I got zinnias. These are California Giants. I love zinnias because they bloom pretty much all summer long, and you can cut them, and the more you cut them, the more they bloom. You know, like they're great cut flowers to make bouquets and stuff with. And I'm pretty sure they're cat safe. Speaking of, my cat's coming in here. There are a lot of flowers that are not if you have indoor animals, and cats like to chew on things such as flowers, so it's good to have stuff like that. That is beautiful. Serves a purpose like bringing pollinators to your garden. The cutting coming in is even better. Cat safe. Speaking of, say hello to my extra large cat. This is Boogeyman, and he is a troublemaker, but I love him. As many of you know, I love basil. I got an extra pack of Tulsi holy basil because it was on sale. Boogie, go on. And can never have too many. Excuse you, sir. Get down, please. Anyway, Tulsi holy basil. It's amazing in lemonade and tea and to cook with. We've got another basil variety, of course. This is an Everleaf Emerald Towers. It says that it doesn't go to seed until the end of season, so it grows really tall. And it just says fragrant. I was looking for the flavor profile of this basil, but it just says fragrant. We got the Chocolat Sunflower, which looks like a deep red with yellow tipped sunflower, just chocolate colored. And then another basil. Of course, I had to. This one's called Cardinal Basil. And it says that it has a strong aroma, and a little goes a long way. And multi-purpose, because when it blooms it has really pretty flowers, so you can use it again as cut flowers. This was on sale. It was strawberries, alpine strawberry seeds. I've never grown strawberries from seed, but I love strawberries. They're one of my all-time favorite foods ever. I thought that was a cool find to be on sale. And I don't know if I'm going to start those this year or wait until like later in the fall to start them indoors to get them ready for next year, because I know that they take a really long time to grow to their full size. I got a Mexican sunflower. These are beautiful. I've never grown them, but I've seen them grown by neighboring properties, and I had to figure out what they were. I didn't know they were sunflowers because they look kind of like, almost like a zinnia. But they're really tall and covered in blooms. Alright, sorry guys. Yesterday when I was filming that video, my camera battery died, and I just didn't have enough time after it charged for that day to finish recording it. So I'm going to finish that up and show you the rest of these seeds. I think where we left off was these Touchstone Gold beets. I got these from my fall garden. I love beets. We have a big bed of beets out there now, but they're just tiny little sprouts. I know these are cooler. These grow better in cooler weather, but I wanted to give it a shot and plant a big old row of beets because I went to the local farm store and got a big old giant bag of beet seeds and planted a bunch of those out. If they work, they work, and if they don't, it'll be okay. Because I still have a ton of seeds left. I got these Snapdragons. These are also a cool weather flower. I've always just got the plants, never started these from seeds before, but these are Sean's favorite, and I thought maybe I might try to grow them this fall. And then, of course, more basil. I got sweet Thai basil. So this can also be used as a cut flower because it says that it has a beautiful bloom on it. And this has hints of anise and clove. I love clove. I love clove anything. Are you ready? More basil. This is called Purple Petra. I have a purple basil right now. It's the red Reuben. This says it's just sweet and just kind of like a classic. It says it's perfect for pesto and color in salads. And last but not least, what is becoming one of my favorite flowers to grow is the nasturtium. Every part of the nasturtium is edible, even the seeds. I was reading that the other night that you can pickle the seeds whenever you harvest them, and they're called like a poor man's caper because I was like, that sounds like a caper. Is it a caper? Is that where capers come from? No, it's not. A caper comes from another plant entirely. This, however, would be similar. They say it's kind of spicy, so a little spicy caper type things. But a caper is also a seed though, a pickled seed. Now this says warm butterscotch colors in the widely adored nasturtium are not only a treat for the eyes but for the palate too. So nasturtiums are peppery. They're spicy. I just thought that those were beautiful. So that's all that I got in that seed box. However, I've got some other seeds here that I wanted to show you because I haven't got to plant them yet. I haven't got to plant my sunflowers yet. This is just a cheap pack of seeds from the store. Thought they were pretty. This is from M.I. Gardener. The Sun Gold Tall. These kind of look like a teddy bear sunflower, but this is a giant teddy bear sunflower. This was a thank you seed that I got last year from Botanical Interest. We're focusing on the wrong things here. On Botanical Interest, this is just a tall sunflower. I got this from M.I. Gardener. This is a chocolate cherry sunflower. I love the dark sunflowers. One year I was gifted some sunflower seeds as it was a mix, and some of them were black sunflowers. And I tried to save the seeds, and the flowers that grew from those seeds ended up being yellow. So gardening is funny like that sometimes. You can get black sunflower seeds off of Etsy. I just haven't had the extra money. I think they're like $10 for like 5 seeds, and then you have to pay for shipping. But I think they're called Black Beauty sunflowers, and they are beautiful. And I'll put a picture up here of that flower. That was like 8 years ago, but it's still one of my favorites. Here's some squash seeds that I'm going to be planting. Honey Boat, because they're very sweet. Never had them. And I want to show you guys something. I planted these the other day. I bought this pack of seeds specifically, the tromboncino squash, because I had seen a couple other YouTubers talking about it and I wanted to try it. And then I was on Baker Creek and I saw this one, and I didn't realize that it was the same thing under a different name, so maybe that might save you some confusion too. But the Zucchino rampicante is the same thing as a tromboncino squash. I did not know that, so I got 2 packs, but it's alright. These can be eaten as like a small, like a summer squash. They also get humongous, and you can save them as a winter squash as well. And I love both winter squash and summer squash. I wanted to give that a try. I still haven't got to plant my melons yet. Probably going to do that tomorrow. These are tender sweet orange watermelons. And then I've got these. Now, I planted a few of these in my raised bed. The Cicadas Sweet Melon, 3 to 4 inch round melons that are, it says very sweet and crisp. These was looking up, have a honeydew-like flavor, and they're like personal size melons. So whenever I get my cattle panel trellis up, I think that those will grow nicely on one side. And I'm going to put some cucumbers on the other side, and we'll see. I know that I won't be able to save seeds from those particular ones because that growing so close to the melon growing so close to the cucumber is absolutely going to cross. So, cross-pollinate. And then I'm going to be planting these in the next couple of days too. This Cinderella pumpkin and this, I'm not even going to try to say it, but I think they're also called a cheese pumpkin or wheel of cheese pumpkin. I've heard it called that too, and I don't have a picture of it, or I don't have a seed packet here, but I'll show you a picture of all of the pumpkins that I grew last year of the Gerardol pumpkin, which I will grow that every year from now on. I had an insane amount of pumpkins from those. Those are delicious. They freeze so well. They are beautiful. They're big greenish blue pumpkins, and they get huge. I can't believe that I grew that many and so successfully. They're amazing. And they're bright orange on the inside and green on the outside. And I had so many. I had a giant fall decoration. Me and my mom put them down there in between our two yards and just piled the pumpkins high. We were giving pumpkins away to everybody. I am planting strawberries in a kiddie pool. This kiddie pool was for my geese and my duck, and it got a hole in it because they don't last forever. This one lasted a pretty long while though. And I poked a few more holes into the bottom of it and filled it about halfway full with some compost out of the chicken yard, and then topped it off with some regular potting soil. We have a very sad strawberry bed over there that has just been neglected for the last couple of years because we didn't know that you had to re-dig up strawberries and separate strawberries and keep them going year after year, because the mother plant eventually stops producing and you have to take the runners and basically have multiple beds going. I'm saving some of those strawberries from over there, and I'm just going to put them in this kiddie pool to reuse it because I had the extra dirt, I had the room, I had the kiddie pool. Strawberries have a crown right here, and you don't want to plant them deeper than that crown or else the strawberry plant is going to rot. So I dug this up, and this is actually 3 plants. So I'm gonna break these apart, and actually this is 4 plants. This is 4. So each one of these crowns is a plant. That one's really on there. So I broke these apart, and now I'm going to replant these. This one actually has strawberry on it. I don't know if it's going to do anything since I'm just now replanting it, and it's tiny. But next year, for sure, they will have strawberries on them. I'm just going to baby them and get them established this year. And then make a couple more beds and have them in rotation. This is an ever-bearing strawberry, so it bears fruit all season long. There are June-bearing varieties, but this one gives fruit all season, multiple times. So whenever we first planted these, whenever we got our first harvest off of these strawberries, they were small and they were kind of like stringy. And the research that I've been doing has told me that they didn't have adequate nutrition, that the soil wasn't great, and we also didn't keep the weeds down. I think raised beds are a really good way to go for strawberries because they get out-competed by the weeds and the grass. And I reckon that's why they grow them in strawberries, so that you don't have to worry about the grass and the weed. But since there's not really any weeds in this kiddie pool, and it'll be pretty easy to keep the weeds out, I'm not going to worry about top dressing it. However, if you do mulch your gardens, it helps keep the moisture in, it helps keeps the weeds out, and it is really good. So maybe, who knows, maybe I will cover it in some mulch, some grass clippings or something. I'm gonna get these in here. I'm not planting these any deeper than the crown, leaving that above the soil. But strawberries are heavy feeders, so they need lots of good nutrition. So all that good chicken compost that I have in the bottom of here, plus the potting soil, will be good. And there we go. There's our planted kiddie pool. I might put a couple nasturtiums in there. I'm not trying to overcrowd it, but I did get some new nasturtium seeds, and I think it would be pretty maybe to put them along the outside and have them like kind of cascade out. Give this a try if you've got a busted up kiddie pool, or you know somebody who does, or if you see one at the dump, grab it. Because raised beds can be expensive, and this is a really good way to get started on gardening without spending a whole bunch of money. Thank you guys for watching this video and following along to the very end. I know that it's probably all jumbled together, but if you watch to the end, let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps me a lot. I will see y'all on the next one. Thanks. Bye.